Okay, just wanted to do a quick video. I guess another response, but it's a response to my response. Um, some of the comments made, a lot of them been positive, very sound, opinions and everything, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, but I had a couple just commented, and basically they called me a nigger. They called me nigger, Uncle Tom. And I'm not offended. It doesn't hurt my feelings necessarily. I've heard nigger. I've heard far worse before. So, but I just find it hilarious that the whole point is about racism and discrimination and the Civil Rights Act, and you get on here and you call me racial slurs, because I don't support the Civil Rights Act, and it's just it cracks me up. I hope whoever made those comments realize the irony, the foolishness of what they're doing. They're destroying their own point. You know, you can't force people to like each other. You don't like my views, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, that's life. But you want to call me a nigger, you know, unless you say it to my face, I could care less. If you say it to my face, you're gonna have a problem. But you say it anywhere else online. I mean, hey, what can I do, right? But it just demonstrates my very point. I mean, you can't force people to like other people. It's silly. It's foolishness. And that's what the Civil Rights Bill tries to do. It's one thing to regulate the public sector, the government agencies, because they're for the people. They're beholden to all Americans, black, white, Hispanic. If you're a citizen with a capital C, you're a citizen of this nation, then the federal government is beholden to you. They have to serve you. They're here for you. You pay your taxes and all that good stuff. You own property. You're born in this country basically. They're subject to you. You're the boss over them. We are the boss over them. So, but the private sector, if I put in my blood, sweat, and tears on a business and I build it up and it's successful, and I decide, I just want to have black dudes coming in, black women, and black men. That's it. I don't want any white men. I should be able to do that. And and really, a lot of black people already do that. I mean, we got black law firms and black clubs and organizations, and black-owned businesses where nothing but black customers come in. It's an implied segregation. You know, it's implied, meaning that you just don't say anything. But I mean, I've been to soul food restaurants and M&M's and all this stuff. And I don't know if you know M&M's. It's a soul food restaurant here in California. So, or Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And although they tend to have a lot of diversity, but some of these places, there's nothing but black people. And then white person coming in, they get stared at. It's like, where does white person come from? Yeah, it's an implied segregation. And then, but then you go into an all white restaurant and you're surprised they're staring at you. Well, obviously, black people don't come in there very often. So, and if the private business, it's a sole proprietorship. I even go that far, a sole proprietorship, meaning that there's one owner. There's no board of directors. It's not traded on the stock exchange, but it's a sole proprietorship. If that owner says, I only want to serve women or men or blacks or whites, more power to you, man. So I just wanted to point that out, the irony of these comments. I'm a nigger, I'm Uncle Tom. And it's like, okay, you know, that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I can't do anything about that. I can just be me. And I know what's right, and I know what makes sense. So just think about what you're saying. You say you support civil rights and you're against discrimination. Obviously, you're against racism, apparently. At least that's what your words imply. But at the same time, you calling me a nigger. And that's racist. It's a racist term. So that's it.